seen him do it.
What's happening, guys? So we're here for the North London Derby round 2, aka the reverse fixture from the last time we played Spurs when we slapped them 4-1 at the Emirates Stadium. But this time round, unfortunately, I'm not so confident.
I beg your pardon?
I ain't gonna lie. From what I've been seeing from these away games recently from Arsenal, I've been on some mad goofy shit. Yeah. And, Spurs, they've got their new manager bounce now. Well, they probably might have it. You know what I mean? They've got there's no justification for them not to turn up, knowing that, a fresh manager, he could put the players in in all the right positions according to whatever formation he plays, according to the fixture. Yeah, he could do that. For all we know. But with us, yeah, learning to defend when it comes to the dying stages of fixtures around about this time of the year, it seems to be a bit sticky for us. And it's only a matter of time before a team with attacking intent puts it on us. We thought we learned our lesson when Man United beat us at the Emirates, the way they did. We thought we've learned a lesson that maybe that was the best thing that happened to us, but then Brentford came around, didn't it? Then Wolves came round. Yeah. I don't know, mate. Do we need another lesson away from home or something? Because at home we seem to be fine. But now these away games now, our game in hand, or we'll game in front, yeah, in Wolves, and we couldn't beat him. Honestly, and you see, the thing is there's fans that are starting to wake up now. Yeah, you're even getting some of the toxic positive ones. They're starting to wake up. But we all know how this plays out. We'll end up scamming that EFL Cup against Man City. Yeah. And should we leave with just that this season, the fans will say, "But we beat Man City for final, man. We beat to win EFL Cup, man. So keep Arteta, man." That's what it'll be. And why is everybody around Arteta leaving? I'm seeing on Instagram now. What is it? What is it? What's his name? Arsenal technical director James Ellis has now left Arsenal with immediate effect. Right? He was there for 7 months. Everybody around Arteta's leaving. Why is Arteta leaving? You better do something. You know what I mean? You better do something. Because this manager, we all know what the deal is with this manager. This manager is toxic. I've just seen, if Andy's in here, I've literally just seen your message. I know about companies slamming Mourinho, yeah, and to be honest, I was meaning to talk about it, but because obviously my eye injury and stuff, when I did the match reaction to the Wolves game the other night, I didn't even mention the whole Mourinho defending racism. This is the same Mourinho, yeah. There was Mr. I support Africans in my football team because I know how useful they are. Yeah. I think I should employ African strikers for my teams. That was him. Yeah. We all know it. Everybody knows it. Every man in the dog knows it. I've seen him do it. Yeah. Mr. I think 2-2s now, he turns around talking about how Benfica's legend is a black player. So Mourinho went down the whole route of I have black friends though, basically. How dare you? You know what I mean? That pussy of a player puts his shirt over his mouth, claiming that he said brother. Nobody says brother with a shirt over the fucking mouth. Fuck out of here, man. You know what I mean? Company called it out. You know what I mean? Mourinho, you was in the good books, yeah. When it comes to black people as a whole, yeah, Mourinho, you were in the good books because of what you've done for black players, yeah. Rivalry aside, yeah, you pissed it all down the drain when you pulled that stunt the other night. You know what I mean? The audacity. Luis Enrique talking about, well, it's not a big problem, man. Oh, you know, I don't know if there's some alliance with Argentina and Spain when we know that Argentinians speak the same language. You know what I mean? Maybe the apple don't fall far from the tree. I don't know. You know what I mean? But an Argentinian player was racist to a black player. Imagine my shock. Yeah. You know what I mean? Y'all ain't beating them allegations. You know what I mean? There's a reason why black people, it ain't good for us to go over to Argentina. There's a reason why there's bet. Is there such thing as a black Argentinian? Does that exist? You know what I mean? Y'all got bad history when it comes to this shit. So whenever one of y'all is racist to blacks, psh, you know what I mean? It's gonna be hard for you to say, "Oh no, I won't be racist." But anyways, this ain't about that anyway. This ain't about that. This is about Spurs versus Arsenal in an North London derby. Yeah, that Wolves game for me has sealed it. It's over. I dare anyone to call me defeatist or negative. Oh no, Warren. No, it's not over. We're still 5 points clear. We are still 5 points clear. There's no need to. There's no need going too far.
Hey, you ain't going too goddamn far now.
We're 5 points clear. Top of the league. You know what I mean? We're in a cup final. We're finished top of Champions League, man. You know what I mean? We're in the fourth, fifth round of the FA Cup. Life's good. You know what I mean? Man like Arteta out the wheel. No. Now's the time to back the players. You know what I mean? Now's the time to, you know, get on board. You know what I mean? We need to we need to stop all the negativity. You know what I mean? We need to stop all the negativity. There's no room for it. I mean, I seen Christian the other night, yeah, Mr. Toxic Positive. He was out here talking about, you know, how it's unforgivable and everything.
I've seen him do it.
He was saying that. Why are you being negative? I didn't see Positive Dan on AFTV. He should be out there saying, well, I'm still going to go parade, mate. No, you go parade if we win the league. This phantom parade that they're talking about. You know what I mean? I replied to a tweet today. Hold on. Let me, what I'll do, I'm going to move this tab from my TV back to my laptop. Yeah? And then I'm going to create a new one. Yeah? Because there was a... I'll show you guys. Let me have a look at them. Yep. Just reading Manny's tweet in reply to me. Because David Raya, if I was to do the keep, bench, and sell, I'd sell David Raya. I ain't got time for small keepers in a title chasing side. We're trying to win the big stuff. I ain't got time for small keepers doing small keeper mistakes. I ain't got time for that. You know what I mean? I just haven't got time for it. But anyways, oh, look at this. that fucking video's a joke. I ain't gonna lie. I've applied to quite a few stuff. I've replied to quite a few stuff, but there was a oh yeah. Here we are. Let me show you guys. Let me show you. Yeah. So this guy called AFC Richard said, clocking every single one of you suggesting Arteta out. Don't let me see you at the parade in May. Right? 18th of February, he put this. Yeah. So he's confident we're gonna win the league then. You know what I mean? Unless we're gonna parade the EFL Cup. Yeah. Because like I said, I do believe we'll win that. But again, if we don't, the silver lining is Arteta, he ain't gonna be here next season. So I said the Phantom Parade in May, yeah? Cool. Don't let me see fans like yourself anywhere near Arsenal when a proper manager comes in and wins the Premier League and or the Champions League. Deal? Of course I won't get a reply to that. You know what I mean? Of course I wouldn't. You know what I mean? Don't want to see you at parade, mate. What parade? You know what I mean? Y'all confident that there's going to be a parade that we're going for? You must be talking about the potential EFL Cup parade then. You can't be talking about Premier League. You know what I mean? And then I've been replying to some, of these accounts. A Liverpool account. 2 guard of honors from Arsenal will forever be iconic, man. You know what I mean? Man United have won so much titles on Liverpool's head top, yeah? Rubbing it in their faces and everything from 1990s to early 2010s. But it's the guard of honors from Arsenal that's the pinnacle. You know what I mean? That's how you know these fans must have been born, around 2008 or something, somewhere around there. And then when it comes to this, I put any Arsenal player does this, rival fans will be screaming about how Arsenal employing Partey that apple don't fall far from the tree, which they would. You know what I mean? The rival fans of Arsenal will be talking about, oh, you see, well, they had Partey, mate. Now they got enough one to do it, getting in on the app. Fix. You know what I mean? That's what they do. Just imagine an Arsenal player doing this. What you see in your screen right now. Imagine an Arsenal player doing that. Just imagine that. I mean, it would be Arms House. Yeah? It'd be Arms House. Saw one earlier. Get Arteta out and get Enrique or Nagelsmann in now. Top of the Premier League, top of the Champions League, in the final Carabao Cup, 5th round FA Cup. Disappointing, get him out. Yeah, I'd still get him out now. If somebody said you can sack him now, yeah, get him out. You know what I mean? Now this, yeah, even I knew when this was from. Probably a lot of Arsenal fans knew what this was from, yeah. But this tweet from this fallen fan exposed how new Manchester City fans are. Hashtag not all of them. It exposed how new they are to Manchester City. Look at the reply. Watch this. What is that for? City forever. This account was made 2023. So the same year that video was. But all this person knows is troll Arsenal, troll Arsenal, troll Arsenal. I bet which part of Africa is this person from, do you think? You know what I mean? Or it could be Asia. It could be Arabic. You know what I mean? It could be summer. You know what I mean? Trust me. Man didn't even know what it was for. And they called their account City Forever. You know what I mean? And then Citizens. Was this actually for Arsenal? And when? How do you not know this? But you'll post all this. You see what I mean? This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Let me have a quick look at the YouTube channel. See if Destroyer FC. Let me just have a. No, this person's voice will be on there then. But this is what they've got. You know what I mean? A so-called City fan, but they didn't know when that video was. They had no idea. You know what I mean? When was it, mate? You know what I mean? Something else, these man. Telling you. And then man like Staffy, yeah. If you look at his page, this is a Man United fan. You guys all know Staffy. You know what I mean? He was the one that I did the reaction to when he was talking about the Arsenal fans. This is doing too much. Wanting the manager out. If I was in Arsenal's position, I would be unbearable. I would have so much chest. Same guy. Yeah. Now look at this. I think Arsenal would have won the league comfortably if Kai Havertz stayed healthy. Yes, I'm not trolling. Another reply to an Arsenal fan. Good morning. It's about these Arsenal fans. I think they were getting giddy at the start of the season. American Waffle episode, obviously to do with Arsenal. Replying to Arsenal. This is a Man United fan, by the way. You know what I mean? We almost went from Hoyland to Gyökeres, but God had Sesko plan for us. You know what I mean? This is a Man United fan. Yeah. You know what I mean? So my reply to this tweet was, I put your words. Quote, if I was in Arsenal's position, I would have so much chest, I would be unbearable. Unquote. When trying to tell Arsenal fans how over the top we were for wanting Arteta gone, bear in mind, well, I meant to put it, was acceptable when you had a manager that won you trophies. And he put, with anything in life, there's consequences. You give chest and it doesn't work, you get cooked. So even if I'm in that position and I do that, I expect to get cooked. The game applies to everyone. Didn't address the last bit though, but it's cool. Didn't address the last bit, but it's cool. You know what I mean? So he'd have so much chest who's in our position, yet when our position plays out, this is what you get. You know what I mean? I saw a tweet. It was one of them Arsenal pages. The one that has Gabriel Jesus as his profile picture. Oh, no, sorry, no. It's the one that has Martinelli as his profile picture. I saw the screenshot on Instagram. And it was something along the lines of just put us. Oh, no, hang on, I'm not going to butcher it. I shared it on Instagram, so let me have a look. I'll quickly have a look at it. Yeah. Oh, yeah, here we are. Should have just left us. Yeah, it's that AFC Gabbeast. Yeah. Should have just left us in our trenches. At least we had peace of mind. Because what even is the essence of competing and never winning? You know what I mean? That's how bad it got.
Crying to me, and I'm not having it.
You'll even have Arsenal fans saying you should have never walked in. You should have just left us. You know what I mean? The way we were, because at least back then we knew what the deal was. Like I said, did I not say before? This is worse. You all heard me say this.
I've seen him do it.
Y'all heard me say this. I said this is worse because we're nearly there and we just don't get there. Yeah. Look, I've never seen us get cooked so much online, and I've seen us get cooked online. This is worse. You got rival fans all bonding together. Yeah. We can't have Arsenal winning the league, mate. You know what I mean? All begging for it. And what do? Prove them right every single fucking time. Yeah? Every single time. I saw a tweet from a Liverpool fan, some woman, can't remember her name now, and she literally, since 2016 at least, she'd been tweeting something like Arsenal's February-March collapse, or something like that, something along them lines. Yeah? She's been tweeting that since 2016 because she went back to her tweets and brought them up today. Yeah? How fuckery is that? Yeah? Yeah. Everybody has been predicting, February, March time is when Arsenal start to capitulate. And what do we do every single time? The same thing. We prove them right. Can't do anything different. And people want me to believe, we'll win the league. Every time people were trying to tell me Arsenal are going to win the league, when it was October, November time, December time, I kept telling man, I need to see April and May. I need that. Don't tell me about what's going on now. I need to see the stages that we're known to bottle. I need to see that. Yeah. Fast forward to now. We should have been 10 more points clear right now. Yeah. Only 5. And City now have a game in hand. We fucked that up, didn't we? But yeah, we're winning the league apparently. And the toxic positives are suddenly panicking now for the Northland derby. Couldn't make this up. Couldn't make it up. No, you can't. You couldn't make it up. Best podcaster without. Big up YG. Big up to Neil Thomas in the building. I'm not even sure we'll win the cup now, if I'm honest. That Wolves game has told me a lot. For me, it's one of those. We know that Arteta's on his last legs. He's now in a cup final. Yeah. We know about his unbeaten record at Wembley as a player manager. We know all about that. Yeah. If we get beat, I think we get beat heavy, like a 3-0 or 4-1. If we get beat. Otherwise, I think we'll win on penalties. But I can just see us winning the EFL Cup. I can see us winning it, and that is going to be used against us. Yeah? If we win that and don't win anything else, or, we win that, that's it. I can see it being used against us. You know what I mean? I still can't. I said before, if we win the EFL Cup, I do believe we'll go on to win the league. But then when I'm looking at the way we're playing in the league now, even if we win the EFL Cup, is our form going to turn around? Are we going to finish off the season the way we finished off 2024 season if we win that EFL Cup? Because after the final, I'll do it on here, biggest screen and all that. Let me just have a look at how many more games we'll have to play after that final. I think it's about 5 or 6, if that. Have a look. Oops. So we got obviously 3 games before the cup. No, we got 4 Premier League games, but 5 games altogether in all comps before the cup final. After the cup final, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. We've got 7 more games after that final. So if we win that final, are we going to blitz our last 7 games? Because it's Bournemouth when we come back. Then Man City, then Newcastle, then Fulham, then West Ham, Burnley, and Palace. I've got a stomach turning feeling about the City game, Newcastle, Fulham, West Ham. I just got a feel. I just would not be surprised if we don't win those 4 games. Like, have no winning 4. Like, fail to beat Man City. Like, I can see us losing against Man City. Yeah. Probably lose against Newcastle, draw against Fulham, draw against West Ham. I can see that, something like that happening. But I hope I'm wrong. I hope from now we win every single game till the season's out. You know what I mean? Then we'll have bare minimum the EFL Cup and league title double. When I could just support Man City or Real Madrid another day. That Wolves game has told me a lot. I could support Man City or Real Madrid another day. Big up to Rod in the building. But anyways, as for this Spurs game, I'll say the last time Spurs have beaten us at their ground, because we know Spurs don't really know how to win a Northland derby at home these days. You know what I mean? The last time they've beaten us, well, we won't count friendlies. We know Spurs fans would want to. Last time they beat us when it meant something was in 2022 when we bowled top 4, when they beat us 3-0. That's the last time they beat us. That's the last time they won at like we're claim. Since then, we've been dominating these men. I mean, dominating these men. Spurs, you're good at beating us in friendlies. That's about it. But yeah, I'll say the last time they beat us at the Emirates was obviously 2010. But if in all comps, they beat us 2-0 at the Emirates in 2018 in the EFL Cup, which amounted to nothing for them. You know, as we know. But yeah, as for player fitness, I think Kai Havertz and Odegaard could be back for this game. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Starting 11 wise, I'd rather see Kepa in goal right now, but we know it's going to be Raya. You know, midget arms. We know it's going to be him in goal. So it's going to be him. Arteta being Arteta, he'll start Timber, even though it's fallen off a cliff now. I'd start Ben White. You'll go with Saliba and Gabriel. Personally, I'd go with Saliba and Mosquera, personally. Left back in Capier, don't have a problem with that. And I think that's who Arteta will start with. As for the midfield, well, you guys know how I feel, yeah? Because I think Norgard should be playing in the 6, yeah? Norgard, our best number 6, aka NordVPN, aka Jaws wannabe, yeah? Should be our main 6. So I'd have him there. And then I'd have Eze in midfield. And in all fairness, I'd put Zubamende on the left centre mid, left 8, Eze right 8, Norgard in the 6. And then my front 3, I mean, Gyökeres is just... If only we had Moreno, because I would have put him in. The front 3, neither of them deserve to play, in all fairness. But having to choose, I'd start Trossard and put Gyökeres and then Madueke on the right. That would be my 11 for this game. That would be my 11. But we know what Arteta's going to do. He's going to virtually start the same team and start doing 9. Yeah, what he's doing to Norgard is what he did to Kivior. Yeah, when he opted to play Rob Holding. Yeah, he's doing that to Norgard. Arteta ain't gonna realize till it's too late that Norgard's our best 6. He ain't gonna realize till it's too late. AKA, we've got nothing to compete for now. Or he'll throw him in if Zubamendi or Rice pull up. Then Norgard is now thrown in to you know what I mean? I know what the deal is with this manager. Score prediction for this game. Obviously, I know nothing about Spurs under this manager now because this is his first game. I'm going with Spurs 3, Arsenal 1. I think we'll lose 3-1. Because I think Spurs, I know you man might be thinking to yourselves, might be thinking,
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon.
What?
You man might be thinking that, but you know, it's only a matter of time before all that what you saw at Brentford and Wolves, somebody's going to exploit that. Somebody's going to be like, nah, I could take it a step further. I can beat these men. And I think Spurs might be that club. I fucking hope not. Non-alcoholic, by the way. But personally, that's what I think. I think that we're going to get beat 3-1. I know Spurs are going to do everything in their power to make sure that we don't win this league. And they've got a chance to twerk for Man City, which, you know, I can understand Spurs twerking for Man City because you don't want your North London rivals to win anything. And you know, they're playing us, so it's not like Spurs are hoping to lose this game, you know what I mean? But if Arsenal had any fight about them these last 10 games, if you had any fight about you, Yeah, you'll win this game. You'll win this game. Keep on 300k or sell 400 mil, find replacements. Well, I'd sell Raya. I'd sell Calafiori definitely. I'd sell Odegaard, Trossard, Martinelli, Jesus. I'd sell Madueke. That's 7 players I'd sell already. That's 7 players already I would sell. And honestly, I would start looking at having Mosquera be a regular centre back for us. Like, I want to see him play a lot more games. He doesn't have to be Gabriel Saliba every single time. You know what I mean? We ideally, you see, the thing is, some people want Gyökeres sold. Yeah. Some people want him sold. I want the manager gone before him. Yeah. Because I would be able to see a different manager getting what they need to get out of Gyökeres. Under this system, with the way this manager's got us set up in a cowardice way, Gyökeres ain't going to thrive in this. Even though there's only so far I can say, because for Gyökeres to have no shots on target against 60% of his games this season, you know what I mean? That shit ain't good enough. Second again, ole. Well, you know what I mean? You lot would kill to finish second right now, you know what I mean? Why are fans of clubs that wish to finish second chanting second again, ole? You know what I mean? Second's a trophy to you, man. You know what I mean? We know Chelsea won a couple of trophies last year. We know that. But fam, you know what I mean? And that goes for all the other fan bases out there as well. That score prediction concedes the title to Man City. Well, yeah, I think Man City will win the league. That's the thing. Because we just don't want it. Unfortunately, we just don't want it. YG, but you're not invited to the quad. Oh, he meant to sell Saka. If the right offer came in, it is what it is, because this manager ruined him. That's why he's playing him central now. You know what I mean? 24 years old, and man has to go central already because his legs are done. You know what I mean? We've been saying, yeah, since we even got into title races, yeah, Saka needs a rest. Play so-and-so in Saka's position. Saka needs a rest. This manager sees it too late. Too fucking late. YG Arsenal fans are the first set of fans I've seen in my life talk about a trophy parade in January. I know it's crazy. In February. Normally, any football club talks about trophy parade in May, June. In all fairness, Liverpool fans were talking about it early last season, but that was more understandable because they were just comfortably clear. But us, we haven't been comfortably clear like that. When you think about it, you know what I mean? This phantom parade. You know what I mean? Don't come to. You're not invited to parade, mate. You know what I mean? Man went that early. YG the Papinkas. Not your fan base either. Man's talking about Declan Rice winning the Ballon d'Or this year. Honestly.
Shut your bitch ass up before I get to talking shit about you.
You couldn't make this up, could you? You know, Arsenal. I saw a tweet on X about how Arsenal have never had a Ballon d'Or winner in there. No Arsenal players won the Ballon d'Or before. You know what I mean? But a Charlton player has won the Ballon d'Or before. You know what I mean? Declan Rice ain't winning no Ballon d'Or. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. That they ain't winning no Ballon d'Or. So unless we're landing this quadruple, then I can understand. But it ain't happening. Patrick Truman clip. Oh, I don't have that. It's not in here. I don't have it in here. It's in my phone. Because I didn't want to add too many clips because I've got quite a few clips on here already. And sometimes I'm scrambling through them all. YG's only saying it because he's met Declan Rice. Yeah, he will say a lot of things about players that he's met. You know what I mean? That's what cheerleaders like that do. Because he is a cheerleader. And that's not even a diss. That's, you know, he is a cheerleader in that sense. You know what I mean? But even when we are 10 points clear, we ain't comfortable. I know we can't. I've always said I need to be 9+ points clear. We can't even get there. You know what I mean? We can't even get more than 9 points clear. You know what I mean? I'd have been more comfortable if we went 12 points clear. No. You know what I mean? No. Unfortunately not. Yeah. Those 2 games against Leeds and Sunderland, I thought to myself, okay, maybe this is a time where we start charging down now. No, I was wrong. Silly me. I guarantee you these guys who were saying Declan Rice is going to win Ballon d'Or were the same guys who didn't even rate him when he was at my club, West Ham. Probably not. Probably not. It's a killer clip. It's in my phone. And when I edit videos, I have it ready in there, but I don't have it put in here. Why you don't get me starting your club's #1 fan? Oh, man, like Arsenal Fluers. Man, like Arsenal Fluers. Yeah, they drew the worst team in Premier League history. Yeah, Arsenal Fluers. You know what I mean? To be honest, I don't even know what he said in response to this game. I don't think I knew what. I don't think I've listened to what he's had to say. But the twerking for my club, yeah, I see it too much. Big up to Kurt, title dodgers. Do you think you're winning the league now, Kurt? Do you think the title's done? You think the title's done?
I'm waiting.
Are you winning the league? Because in all fairness, yeah, I don't understand. Yeah, I don't understand City fans that have been crying all season about the way we've been playing and the way we've been setting up and whatever. I don't understand how they've been crying about that all season when you know what the deal is. You know when Arsenal top of the table. You know we're going to fuck it up. It's what we do. Honestly, City fans must have the world's best mental health. I'm telling you, City fans' mental health must be like, you know what I mean, alien levels or some shit. You know what I mean? Because if I was a City fan, I'd be chilling, feet up. Even if Arsenal beat Spurs and City lose to Newcastle, for example, I'd be chilling because I know what the deal is. Because if I was a City fan, I'd have seen my club, you know, triumph at the last end of the season when it matters. I'd have seen that enough times to know, well, we're just going to do it again. Because let's face it, the last 2 times City didn't win the league, everybody knew, and they knew they weren't going to win it by January, basically. They were just dropping off too much. The drop-off was just too huge. Yeah? That's how you know City are not going to win it. But when it's been close, they win it every single time. Since Pep's been here. Yeah? City don't lose a title race when it's close. If I was a City fan, I'd be chilling. I would have not, the anxiety would be obsolete. Yeah? What do you call it? Can't be the word for it now. But basically, the thing that sparks anxiety, yeah, in your body would just vanish. There'd be no such thing as anxiety. There wouldn't be. If I was a City fan. Because I know if it's Arsenal's top, I know they're going to fuck up. I'm chilling. I'm feet up. You know what I mean? I know what's going to happen. I could watch my team lose three games in a row, but I know Arsenal going to slip up. You know what I mean? That's why I don't understand City fans that get remotely worried about anything. Because as long as it's close, you man are going to triumph. Now, what I will say though is, are you going to win that cup final, Kurt? Because I think we're beating you in that final, and that's going to be used to peddle against us to say, "Oh well, you won a cup, mate. So why would you want Arteta gone?" You know what I mean? What's Terry saying now? I don't know what he said recently, to be honest with you. I don't know what he said. Which Arsenal fan online personality is the worst? It depends on what you mean by personality. And you know about overall, or do you mean like in terms of the football and opinion? Be careful, got complex Robbie banning us from the parade. Oh, this phantom parade, man. This phantom parade. Why do you not invite to the quadruple parade? People who are Terry Fullers, Henry Tots, Arsenal, and Goldfish, the Forest fan, Julian, Mr. Five Things, we learned Bavs. Yeah, we're not allowed. When we land the quadruple, yeah, when it comes to the parade, we're not allowed to be there. We're banned. You know what I mean? Tickets at the door, yeah. Tickets at the door. It's like, nah, fam. Yours is invalid because you were Arteta out. You know what I mean? Which one Arsenal fan online personality makes you most ashamed? That what's his name? Joel Bayer, whatever his name is. He's proper cringe. He works with Rio Ferdinand. He is literally everything of why people hate Arsenal. He's that. Halftime hooks as well, because we know he puts chest out early. Yeah. So there's quite a few. There's quite a few really that just like, I'm just like, fam, I'm not one of them. I ain't one of them. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. We saw the October that we had, where we blitzed it. Yeah, no shots on one shot on target.
Battery low.
One shot on target all month. And you had fans talking about, we're winning league now, just start, mate. We're winning league, definitely. City have finished now, mate. You know what I mean? I said at the time, if Arsenal fans think they're going to win the league because of what they're seeing, I don't blame them. Yeah, I said that at the time. I don't blame you for thinking that we might do it this time, because it did look like it was something different. But I always said, I need to see what we're doing this time of year. That's what I need. I need that. Do this in April, May. Yeah. Yeah. Even if we were 2 points ahead of Man City, but we had, let's just say, the last half of April into May, we did what we did in October, and there's probably about 2 or 3 games left, and we're 2 points clear of Man City, I'd still be more confident we'd win the league based on that. Just based on the way we had the October. If we had it at that period, last half of April into May, clean sheets, rarely any shots on target at all, I would have been like, you know what, I think we're going to do it this time. But I ain't going to see that. I'm not going to see anything that's going to say, oh yeah, Arsenal going to do it. I'm not going to see it. RG, but wind stopped us. Oh yeah, Julian, yeah, talking about the weather didn't help. The fuck, man. And you know AFTV knew what they were doing when they put that as a title. I bet that got the highest views, you know. In fact, let me have a look. I bet that got one of the highest views. That shit was cringe. I bet I got one of the highest views of the fan cam for that game. Right. Has it gone? Hey, they took it down. Nah, they took it down. Oh no, it's there. 46k views. It got as much as Robbie's daughter's fan cam. Actually, Robbie's fan cam got 353k views, and then Lee Judge's one got 585k. That's 500,000 views. We've just handed it to Man City filming Lee Judge's. Jesus. So I don't watch people's views. I just, but Jesus Christ, over 500,000 views. Fucking hell. We didn't adapt to the weather, We didn't adapt to the weather. You could not make this shit up. Let me just share my screen. Oops. The fact that even came about, even on Christian's fan cam, he was getting vexed with Laurie because he asked the question, like, what the fuck you on about the weather, man?
And the other thing, and I know it's going to be criticised, we've talked about it before, but I looked at the weather report. You had gusts. No, this is actually what we're experiencing.
Yep.
There was wind gusts up to 36 miles an hour.
Stop it.
And it was a swirling wind. Now,
For both teams.
For both teams.
We were
Now,
2-0 up.
We were 2-0 up, but that is a leveler. Now, here's another criticism of Arsenal, another negative, is when you play in those weather conditions, you also have to adapt. When you
The weather's been was in the topic.
Boy, you don't sit your stupid ass down. Who the f you think you is?
As soon as I heard this, I thought to myself,
Sugar, you just gone and done the dumbest thing in your whole life.
honestly,
you need to adapt to the team you're playing, but you also need to adapt to the environment you're playing in. And Arsenal didn't adapt. And one of the things I thought of as I watched,
but Wolves did. They were 2-0 down in this weather you're talking about and came back 2-2 and the bottom of the table. Honestly,
that game is if you take long shots in this weather, which Arsenal didn't do. They played their short passing game and it doesn't work as well in this weather. Take a few long shots. I don't remember any long shots at all. So there are the negatives. So we've got the negatives out of the way and we've analysed the reason.
yeah. So yeah, the fact that the weather was even brought up, shambles. We saw some YouTuber makes you most ashamed as a fan. I don't know which one makes me most ashamed, off the top of my head. I mean, Igal's cringe with his Teta defense, but there's worse out there than him. I haven't watched halftime hooks enough, but I know that he's one of those where if we were to beat Spurs 5-0 on Sunday, that's it. The league's wrapped up. You know what I mean? So, he'd have to be up there. Igala's going to the quadruple parade to YG. Well, I have to watch on TV because I'm not invited. That riot cost you guys against Wolves. He cost us against Wolves. He cost us against Sunderland. Trust me, the fact that he's got a solid defense in front of him saves him. That's why he's getting golden gloves. Yeah? Because by the time teams get their shots off, yeah, he barely has to stretch that far to save it anyway, in terms of it's going into the top corner. Because his positioning has to be on point. Because he's short for a goalkeeper. 6 foot is too small for a goalkeeper, in my opinion. Too small. When you're trying to catch them balls, yeah, and you're dropping it because you're too short. Because you're trying to climb over somebody that's inches taller than you to try and catch it. Yeah? Look at the image of him trying to get the ball in front of Gabriel. Gabriel had it. Ridiculous. I'd sell right. Kepa should be our number one. You know what I mean? If David Raya is tall enough, he saves it. I mean, that Wolves' first goal was a good goal. But those are the kind of shots a 6-foot goalkeeper is going to struggle with. Because if his positioning is not right, you're getting beat. Yeah? You're getting beat. Because the shots that have beaten Raya, yeah? And when I look at the women's football, when I see some of them screamers that them gal are scoring, yeah? The women are shorter and the athleticism is not at the same level as a man's, yeah? So when you see those shots being ballooned in and all that shit in the women's league, with Raya, it's not much different if the shot is like what Wolves scored. Those kind of shots, he ain't saving them unless he's in the right position. Yeah. But if you're tall enough, you can afford to maybe not be in the best of positions, but you still slap your hand on it. Them shots, I watched for the first time today, yeah, because last season when we got to the semi-final of the Champions League against PSG, you guys, some of you was there when I ended the stream early.
I've seen him do it.
Yeah, because I was pissed off. Yeah, I still until today didn't see Saka's goal because it was 2-0 at the time. But today, for the first time, I'd seen our first away goal in the Champions League in our semi-final of the Champions League in our history. Yeah, I seen it today. All those saves that Donnarumma made all game. Yeah. Sorry, Ryan saving some of them shots unless he's in a good position. Unless his positioning's on point. Donnarumma, he's not a keeper. He's not a keeper where he has to be. Obviously, positioning matters anyway because you could be as tall as hell as a goalkeeper and be in the wrong position. You know what I mean? But with Raya, it's costly. Yeah, that's why when you see all these good saves, yeah, a lot of them are near him. Yeah, one thing I'll give Raya though is his recovery. When he's on the floor and he comes back up and slaps the ball out, we've seen that multiple times. He's good at that shit. But trust me, you ping it, smack bang in them corners. You know what I mean? If you take them Declan Rice free kicks that he scored against Courtois, yeah. If that's Raya in goal, those free kicks don't have to be that inch perfect. That's the difference. Courtois 6'7". Look at those free kicks that Rice scored in against Real Madrid. Yeah, inch perfect. Yeah, that's what's beating keepers. That even your world class keepers ain't saving them. Yeah, especially that second one, right smack bang in the corner. Yeah, but to beat Raya, you wouldn't have to strike it that good. Yeah, you just have to have it so that it's a bit of a stretch for him to get it. But it wouldn't necessarily have to be smack bang in the corner, so to speak. You see what I'm saying? YG, have you heard Vincent Kompany's reaction? I saw the I saw what he said. I've actually watched the clip though. I'm
going to answer it in English, if possible, so I can be a bit clear about what I'm saying. But it's a difficult topic because I think it happens in this day and time anyway, where these type of topics are even more difficult to discuss, it seems, than it used to be in the past. So you have on one side, because I watched the game live. I tried to to watch the Dortmund game, but
that Joel Baye, it's not what he's done. It's just the type of fan he is. He's one of those. You go watch. He's one of those cringe Arsenal fans that all it takes is for Arsenal to have three good games in a row, and he starts he starts giving it. He starts talking about, like, back in October, man would have been out there saying, "Oh yeah, we're gonna win the quadruple and everything like that." Trust me. Cecilia TV does my head in. Oh yeah, that fucking shirt that he wore 3 years ago at Christmas. Yeah, that. How can I forget that? Yeah, he has to be up there as one of the most cringe Arsenal fans. That makes me ashamed. You know what I mean? Keep moving mad in gold, and I believe City will beat you guys. Well, Raya won't be playing in that final. He's Kepa playing that anyway, unless Arteta decides to do his goofiness. Where you're going to react to that AFTV fan come with Robbie Banners from Parade? Yeah, I played a little bit of it the other night. How do you not beat Wolves? I was expecting a 3-0 win. If I did a match preview for that, obviously because of my eye injury, I didn't do a match preview for that. I'd have predicted a 2-1 win, but it's just us, isn't it? Anton Deck, Len Rice. Let's get ready to crumble. I know a Leeds fan ain't talking like this. I know a Leeds fan ain't. Come on now. Anyway, this isn't what company said.
It was on Prime apparently, so I didn't have the right thing. So I ended up watching Madrid and Benfica, and I was really intrigued by the game, So after the game, and for me, in those three things, there's some clear separations we need to make. So what happens on the pitch for me, you have Vini Jr., who, when you watch the action itself, his reaction cannot be faked. You can see it. His reaction is an emotional reaction. I don't see any benefit for him to go to the referee and put all this misery on his shoulders. There is absolutely no reason for Vini Jr. to go and do this. And he does it, and when he does it, I think in his mind, he's doing it more because it's the right thing to do in that moment. Yeah. So he goes and does it. And next to him, you have Kylian Mbappe, who
I just want to get to what he says about Mourinho.
Who says he didn't do it. And I think unless the player himself comes forward, aside what happens in the stadium as well. And then for me, even worse, and I'm clear in what I say, is what happens after the game. So after the game, you have the leader of an organization, Jose Mourinho, who uses who attacks the character of Vinicius Jr. by bringing in the type of celebration to discredit what Vinicius is doing in this moment. And for me, in terms of leadership, it's a huge mistake. And it's something that we should not accept. So I'm very clear on that. On top of it, he mentions the name of Eusebio. To say that Benfica cannot be racist because the best player in the history of Benfica is Eusebio.
And that was the most ridiculous thing that Mourinho said.
Shut your bitch ass up before I get to talking shit about you.
How you would have thought he would have known better, wouldn't you? Nope. I don't know if because Benfica, he's in Portugal now and he's Portuguese, so now I don't know if is he referring to type? I don't know. But him saying that shit to try and use that, Vincent Kompany, Vini Jr. has been notorious for being victim of racism and everything like that. But now it's becoming the point now where people are going to look at, well, the common denominator here is Vini Jr. That's how they're looking at it. Those who want to dismiss it. You know what I mean? So they think that he's a problem. You know what I mean? Some people are just not likable people, and Vini Jr. is clearly not liked by a lot of people, so much to the point where people feel, that racism is the way to express their hatred for Vini Jr. You know what I mean?
You know what black players had to go through in the 1960s? Was he there to travel with Eusebio every away game? When he went to every place in Europe? Probably at the time, because my dad is a black person from the 1960s also who made his way. Probably at the time, the only option they had is to be quiet and to say nothing and to be above it and to be 10 times better, to get a little bit of credit and people say, actually, he's good. That's Eusebio's life, probably. And
Mourinho should have known better than to be talking like that. I ain't gonna lie. Mourinho should have known better than to be talking like that.
Shut your bitch ass up before I get to talking shit about you.
He should have known better. You know what I mean? He should have known better.
You don't find that suspicious?
Should have known better.
Today, to use his name to make a point about Vini Jr., who's actually finally in a situation where he can say something about it. There's a lot of players who play in different leagues, still in Europe, who don't have a voice. There's players today in Hungary, in Bulgaria, in Serbia. If something happens to them and they are black players, they have zero chance to have any kind of support. Vini Jr. at least is in a situation where a lot of people have made it possible for him to take this moment and to protest in this moment. You know, and then I'm thinking how it is that you can. So it's a difficult thing for me to speak about because, to be honest, in many ways, and I say it very honestly, I don't actually fit in what I see today in the world that is happening in the world. Me personally, I don't see my place in a lot of the things that are happening in today's world. I really don't. So I don't want to be a part of one group. I don't want to be a part of the other group. But if I see,
I think part of it is the noise gets to him, but another part of it as well is I think he's just one of those people where he's probably one of those where people just don't like him. As soon as a cap eyes on him, just can't stand him. And because he's a dark-skinned black man, that makes it even worse. You know what I mean? Plus, he's very cultured in, you know, when you look at his celebrations and everything like that. I hadn't even seen the highlights, by the way. Apparently, it was a sick goal. I hadn't seen nothing of that, by the way. But when they see that and it's from a black man, yeah, you're gonna be a target. There's a reason why people love N'Golo Kante, because even though he's black, he shuts the fuck up and just smiles and gives thumbs up. You know what I mean? If you let N'Golo Kante, I said this before, let N'Golo Kante be dancing and shit after he scores goals and you know, being more, you know, charismatic and everything like that. Watch the racism start flying towards his way. You know what I mean? This is why when people try and say, oh no, but it can't be racism because we love Kante, mate. I can explain why you do. You know what I mean? I can explain why man that's saying that love Kante. I can explain that. I can explain the difference between Kante and Paul Pogba. It's very easy. You know what I mean? This shit's historic. This ain't no recent shit. This shit's historic. You know what I mean? We even got I heard he got booked for celebrating. Yeah, got booked for celebrating. And Mourinho of all managers, yeah, Mourinho of all managers, turning around basically saying, I think the way he celebrated was over the top. I think, how dare you? Aren't you the guy that was knee sliding at Old Trafford or some shit? Weren't you the guy running around the Bernabeu with your hands up when you got to the Champions League final? Yeah. What? Isn't this the guy that was giving it to Liverpool fans? Yeah. Wasn't he the guy giving it to Arsenal fans? How dare you, Mourinho, turn around and talk about anybody's celebration? Why does he have to celebrate that? I think he should have just not done that. No, fam. No. Nah.
Who the fuck is this asshole?
You know what I mean?
Stop it. Get some help.
And now you're back over there in Portugal, managing a Portuguese club, and a black player was racially abused. Now you turn around and talk about, but Benfica's legend's black, man.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
I know. Bare hypocrite. How dare he? That's why your channel's the best. You can divert and then come back to the vocal topic. Big up, bro. Big up to Neil Thomas. Big up to you. On a lighter note, though, let's go back to what I went to before, yeah? With I know I did react to it a little bit in my match reaction to Wolves. Where is it? Oh, Christ. Stop panicking, minute. Right, I have to make sure that
right? Anybody, right? If we'd have lost tonight, I get it, but we haven't lost the game. It's a bit of pressure. We got to handle it. This is going to be a battle. What are you, wimps? Are you a wimp? Can't you take this? So
Well, they're arguing. Fans, Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan. What? Hold on. Let me.
This was coming though. Listen. No, listen.
No, you know what? One second. Are we cowards, or do we want this?
We have been.
No. I'm not right now. I'm not talking about the players. I'm on about fans. Are you lot cowards?
Wait, so what do you want to do?
Right.
Do you want to give up and not go to games?
One second.
I've been every game on being.
Listen. Back your team right now, right? This team has
As you can see, this was when we drew to Brentford 1-1.
been good all season. They haven't lost there tonight. We're in a title race. We're 4 points clear. You're gonna have some performances from now till the end. Well, you know what? If we win a league, hold on. Exactly. If we win,
Don't come to the parade, FC. Yeah? Don't come to the parade if we win the league, is what was said.
Shut your bitch ass up before I get to talking shit about you.
Honestly, don't come to the parade, you know. I hope Vinny scores a hat-trick. And I hope he knee slides in front of the Benfica fans. I know this video genuinely triggers me. Don't come to the parade, you know. You know what I mean? Should be. Talk about, we didn't lose, mate. You know what I mean? This is why everyone laughs at Arsenal. AFTV is a joke. To be honest, AFTV has fueled all this rivalry everyone has to Arsenal now. It has fueled it. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I mean? Because it's generalized Arsenal fans. But yeah, don't come to the parade, you know. Do not come to the parade, FC.
no, I don't want you. If we win the league, you don't deserve to be there. No, you don't.
Don't deserve to be there, you know. So you got positive Dan here, yeah, who's the Arteta Schiller, and obviously Robbie. Telling Ryan, yeah, you don't deserve to come to the parade. You know what I mean? So
today's been a really damaging day for Arsenal. Really damaging day. Yeah.
Oh no, but we didn't lose, Robbie. Hang on, let me go back a little bit. Let me go back. Yes, this is when we drew 2-2 to Wolves.
Today. That was like a bottle job today.
Yeah. Hey, bottle job. Man said that was like a bottle job today. That's what he said.
I beg your pardon.
You know what I mean? Now we didn't lose though, Robbie.
That really was, you know what I mean? Even with the 2-1, see it home, and we've had too many of these now. You know what I mean? We had the game against Sunderland. We're winning that game 2-1 up. We end up drawing that. We were winning the other day against Brentford. We drew that game. You know what I mean? We've had we're drawing too many games.
So why did you back it through that time? Because that's
you know.
Yeah, I'll need to find that clip. You know, I don't watch Hooks' channel. That's the thing. But I'll need to find that. But I know he said it because I've heard him like, on panels.
What, right? You can back those, right? Like a Sunderland away, we know it's a really tough place to go to. They've had an outstanding record there. Brentford, we know they've been a great side this season. They're really difficult. This one, there is no justification. If you're winning 2-0 away at Wolves, right? Whatever the team in this league right now, and you end up not winning the game, you bottled it. It's as simple as that. And we bottled it today. And I don't like using that word, bottle.
You don't like
right?
using
I don't
that word.
like using that word, but that is appropriate today. We bottled it today. You know what I mean? Like, they really stuck it on us. The conditions were horrible. It was, you know, but we got to stand up and fight. And I just didn't feel we did today. You know what I mean? And the comical way in which we conceded that final goal, you know, I thought Raya, you know what I mean?
Unlike Arsenal a little bit, that is.
It was, but that like shows panic, don't it?
Yeah, that's true.
That shows panic. You know what I mean? You only got a couple of minutes to see it out. Just see it out. Get out. You ain't played.
Oh no, fam. But you know, we didn't lose. I don't know what he's crying for. We didn't lose the game though. You know what I mean? Or because that fans have been upset. Next game he's saying the same shit. I know. This is what I mean. What's he crying for? We didn't lose the game, did we? Why is he crying? I don't get why he's crying, guys. You know what I mean? He should be positive. You know what I mean? Anyways, I'm gonna try and find what I can of Hooks because I've only just realized I might even subscribe to his channel. Oh, go on in. Here's why Arsenal are trophy ready. Okay, then let's have a look. Oops.
Look, peoples, if you're new around here, do a few things. Hit the like button. Yeah. Hit the subscribe button. 'Cause obviously, we're trying to grow. Drop some comments. Get involved in the conversation. Hype up the video. Let me know your thoughts. And basically, let's just get right into it. At the moment, Arsenal are special. Arsenal are scary. Arsenal are dangerous. Arsenal are unbelievable. Like, whatever adjective you want to put connected to Arsenal, that's what we are. Yeah.
This is 3 months ago, by the way, guys.
We're just doing the most. And like I said, we're trophy ready. Yeah. We're ready to do bits this season. And I think a lot of that has to do with hunger and desire. That's what I'm pinning it down to. And then obviously I think there's also the element of as a kind of collective, we've been together for a while. Yeah, the relationships are formed. Yeah, these players know what's expected not only from the manager, but they know what's expected within the system. Yeah, they understand the game plans. Yeah, it's not kind of foreign to them. Now, if you think when Arteta first came into Arsenal, first few seasons, he probably wanted to play in a similar way. He probably wanted to try execute similar game plans, but like players that are used to playing in different ways, adjusting to how strenuous and how detailed these game plans are is difficult. So there's going to be mistakes here and there. You don't exactly know where you're meant to be on the pitch during certain scenarios, certain situations. But now everybody understands their role. Was watching the game yesterday, Slavia Prague, yeah? When they got the shot on target, I was vexed. I was like, oh, shit, man. We conceded a shot on target. Oh, shit, man. What's going on? But the players were, Timber was, oh, man. Like, he's getting vexed. Do you know what I mean? Players and fans alike are getting vexed that we're conceding shots on target. That is mad. Like, deep it, people. Deep it. Just think about it, people. Think about it. I'm not getting mad because we've conceded a goal. I'm getting mad. Everybody can agree on, whether you're an Arsenal fan, whether you're a rival, whether you love Arsenal, whether you hate Arsenal, is that we are the best defensively. And again, that's due to the system. That's due to the game plan. You can see it on the pitch. Like, we never really, like in the Premier League, especially, this is kind of expected now. A lot of people get players back, but we do it differently. Like, we do it with a mad intensity. The intensity we do it with is frightening. And this is why you need to fear us, because we will always suffocate you. We will always strangle you. You're not willing to do. We're trophy ready. We're trophy ready. Yeah. Our pressing is mad. Mad. The level of press that we have is very reminiscent of, like, you know, Pep in his good errors at Man City, his starlight errors at Man City, where it was mad. Like, it was crazy. Or Klopp's Liverpool, mad. Klopp's Liverpool was actually one of the most...
Right, I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to leave the studio and come back in. It'll literally take me 2 seconds because I don't know why StreamYard does this, but it does that thing where I can't scroll down on my media assets. So I'm literally gonna leave and I'm literally gonna come back in. So I'll literally only be 2 seconds.
Battery low.
Right, I'm back. I don't know why it does that. But yeah. Anyways, let me try and find one of his other clips. I didn't even mean to pause it on. Spurs only have 12 players. Focus on Bush. Oh, Jesus.
Frightening presses that I've ever seen. But that's where we're at. There, we do that. We broke the record. This team, this set of players have that record. And I guarantee you, they care a lot more about that than scoring 5-6 goals. They'll take the 1-0, safe, away, goal, bust out. But this is what football is now, people. And this is why, because obviously Liverpool played Real Madrid yesterday, yeah? Their forward players, they're not all in tune with, and I know it frustrates Xabi Alonso because he's all about that pressing. They're like, things are going wrong and they're not running back. But every time in Liverpool, everybody's running. And this is why I feel like English teams are going to go probably the furthest in the Champions League this season. Arsenal are trophy ready. Fear us. We're going to be there or thereabouts. Obviously, cup football, you never know. But I think that's why you see, for example, PSG won it last season. Because what do PSG...
Right, so I'm going to try, and I just want to find where, because I know he'll have it on his profile somewhere.
No more of these friendlies, nations kicking.
Oh, so he's just talking about that. I know he'll have somewhere talking about quads. I know he said it on other channels. You know what I mean? But I can't seem to see. I've only just subscribed to his channel, so I won't be able to find it straight away because he would have said it in all these. He won't put it in his titles over there. He won't put it in his titles. He won't put it in his titles. You know what I mean? He ain't gonna go that far. Yeah, he ain't gonna.
Battery low.
Why don't you fucking charge up then, you twat? Anyways, I'm gonna leave it there for that. Man, like halftime hooks and that. But yeah, as for Spurs game, I think we'll get beat 3-1. I'll be here for the watch along anyway, and yeah, hopefully we smoke them. Yeah, but I just got this feeling that we're gonna get exploited at the back, and they're gonna be the team that just blitzes. Yeah, because these man are fed up of us coming to their head, going onto their patch, and smoking them on their head top. These men are sick of it. And now I know when you're in bad form, Spurs is a team that you do want to play. Yeah, regardless of what team you are. Yeah, but I'd have been confident if it was Thomas Frank there. I would have been more confident, but it is what it is. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna leave it here. Like the video, share the video, comment, subscribe to the channel, follow all the socials. Hold on a minute. I even do that, did I? But yeah, follow all the socials, guys. I don't think this is gonna let me do that now, is it? No, it's not. No, it's not. Okay. Yeah. Follow all the socials, links in the description below. Hopefully, broski. Best of luck. Big up to all you in the chat as well, as always. And I'll see you guys on Sunday for the watch along for the game where we better take care of Spurs. You know what I mean? I'll look, Man U, new manager, now Spurs, Hopefully it'll be like the Forest game where we beat them easily, even though they got a new manager in at the time. Anyways, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
And if anyone wants to have a come at me,
come and find me. I'm in the car park now.
Because I'm a black belt in karate.
Stop the cap.
Come and have a pop.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.